So, a bottom feeder's tail. Yeah, that's me, a bottom feeder. I collect vintage seikos. They're my thing, they're in my price range. I don't have a lot of free money to spend on watches. I've got too many hobbies. I don't earn loads of money, but vintage seikos, yeah, you can still pick them up for not too much money. You don't have to have deep pockets. I picked this up about 3 months ago, I think it was. It's got a crack on the crystal, sort of just there. It was dirty, it was slightly dull. It's an acrylic crystal, if you like, so I sanded and polished it to get the main marks out of it, and with the blue dial it comes up quite nice. It had a light polish just with a polishing wheel with an arbor on the end of a drill. It's come up alright. I haven't really got in there with the polishing really too hard, because you might have made the lines on the case, you might have softened those sharp lines up, and I haven't. It's just had a light polish on the strap. Yeah, clean the bracelet out of the dirt and polish that acrylic. Yeah, you don't have to have a lot of money to collect vintage seikos. I mean, what's this owe me? I think this owes me about 35 quid. And of course you take a chance. I bought this off a well-known auction site, and it was working. Some of the watches I've bought described as working don't work that well and need a service. And of course, with a vintage piece, unless the seller knows or has had it serviced themselves, it's a bit of a gamble, bit of pot luck. But a service, a professional service, is about £100. So you've got to factor that in. Sometimes you get lucky. This actually works a treat. It must have had a service at some point, and this is from November 1974. It's a 6118-8010. So if you look that up, and it's the date version of the 6119 movement. So it's really nice, and 35 quid. You haven't got to spend a lot of money. You really haven't, to get a nice vintage piece. All my watches, or the majority would tend to be between 10 and £30. They really do. And you haven't got to spend a lot of money to get a nice piece. I mean, vintage seikos are going up all the time, so I know there's going to be a point in the future where I won't be able to afford this kind of thing. But yeah, you need to factor in the fact that at some point you're going to need a service. This needs a new crystal, so I'm thinking that the watch guy I use, a professional guy, he probably charges me 20 maybe £25, £30 at the most to get the new crystal, and that will really finish the watch up. So my bottom feeder watches, you haven't got to spend a lot of money. I might put some more videos on, I'm not sure. Another example, just while we're here, is this, which uses a 6119 movement, which is the same movement. It's just got the day and the date rather than just the date. Now, there's a guy at work who works at the same place as I do, who's got a nice late 60s Rolex Air King, fantastic watch, absolutely hands down. Who wouldn't like one of those? Very nice. Now, this is, you could argue, in the same kind of ballpark aesthetically. This has got a nicer dial actually, because this is like a, I'm not quite sure my phone's going to pick it up. It's got a lovely textured silver dial. Again, all I've given this is a light case and strap polish, cleaned all the dirt out of the case, and again this had acrylic glass on it, and a sand and a polish. Now, this is described as working, and it does work in fits and starts, so it absolutely needs, no question, it absolutely needs a service. And as a bottom feeder, I've done really well. This is my best bargain ever. This cost me how much did it cost me? I think it owes me £15, which Yeah, it's £15. What a joke! What a fantastic watch. And of course, the guy at work's Air King cost an awful lot more than this vintage Seiko did. I mean, it's tempting to buy up all the cheap Seikos from, I don't know, popular auction sites that you can, but what I would say is only buy things that you like, not just for the sake of it. Buy things that really sort of, you think, wow, that's a nice dial, or that case design, really nice. Yeah, why not? And yeah, I mean, yes, it cost me 15. I've cleaned it, I've sanded it. It looks a lot better when I bought it, but there's no getting away from the fact it needs a £90, £100 service, so you've got to factor that in. But even then, if it stands you £115, I still think that's good value. And they go, like I say, they're going up all the time. Vintage Seikos, they're not, you know, they are creeping up. But yeah, I might put some more on my watches just to show you. Not just, oh, look at me, I've got a fantastic bargain, just what you can get for the money. Yeah, I'll make some more videos, but yeah, nice one.